Hello students, so this is the third part of the series Zeros of Polynomials, wherein we are finding the zeros of polynomials when some of its zeros are given to us. Today our question is, if two zeros of the polynomial x to the power 4 minus 6x cubed minus 26x square plus 138x minus 35 are 2 plus minus root 3, then find the other two zeros. Remember, we had done similar questions in the previous parts, wherein the degree of the given polynomial was 4 and two of its zeros were given to us. Perhaps the only difference in this question is the nature of the zeros, which looks a bit complex. Apart from that, the solution is exactly the same. So let's start. This is our given px and the two given zeros, x equals to 2 plus root 3 and x equals to 2 minus root 3. So since two zeros are given to us, we can frame a quadratic equation from these two given zeros, which will be a factor of px. So let's frame the quadratic equation. In order to do that, let's first shift the values of x to the left hand side. So on doing so, we will get this x minus within brackets 2 plus root 3, and in the other side x minus 2 minus under root 3 inside bracket equals to 0. So we have got this. Let's open the minus sign from the square bracket. Our next step, we'll get this x minus 2 minus into plus minus root 3, and in the other side x minus 2 minus into minus will give us plus root 3 equals to 0. Now if you can see the quantities in both the brackets, the quantities are exactly the same. Perhaps the only difference that we have in these two brackets is the sign of under root 3. In the first bracket we have minus under root 3, and in the second bracket we have plus under root 3. So that means we can group this into two parts like this: x minus 2 inside one bracket and minus under root 3 as the second quantity. So we'll get x minus 2 minus under root 3 and x minus 2 plus under root 3 equals to 0. Now if we'll consider x minus 2 to be our a and root 3 to be our b, then it is in the form of a minus b, a plus b. That means we can use the identity a square minus b square. So we will get x minus 2 whole square, that is a square, minus under root 3 square, that is b square, equals to 0. Now x minus 2 whole square resembles similar to a minus b whole square. So we can use the identity a square minus 2ab plus b square. So we will get x square, which is a square, minus 2 into x into 2, which is 2ab, plus 2 square, which is b square, minus under root 3 square will give us 3 equals to 0. Now in the next step, we'll get x square minus 2 to the 4x plus 2 to the 4 minus 3 equals to 0. So we will get our quadratic equation like this: x square minus 4x, 4 minus 3, 1 equals to 0. So we have got our quadratic equation, which is x square minus 4x plus 1 equals to 0. Now remember, this quadratic equation has been derived from the given zeros. That means x square minus 4x plus 1 will be a factor of px. So now let's divide px by x square minus 4x plus 1 to verify this. We are already aware about the rules to divide polynomials, and the first thing that we need to do is cancel out the quantity that is there with the highest power. As you can see in the dividend side, the quantity that is there with the highest power is x to the power 4. So the first thing that we need to do is cancel out x to the power 4. Now in the divisor side, the quantity that is there with the highest power is x square. So now we need to figure out a quantity that we should put in the quotient side such that the product of that quantity with x square will give us x to the power 4, and that quantity is x square, as x square into x square will give us x to the power 4. We also have two other quantities in the divisor side, that is minus 4x and 1. So now what we need to do is we need to multiply those quantities as well with the quantity that we have put up in the quotient side, that is x square. So we will get minus 4x into x square equals to minus 4x cube, and 1 into x square equals to x square. The next thing that we need to do is we need to place these terms accordingly in the dividend side. Now we will place the terms like this. The next thing that we need to do is subtract the terms. So subtraction means change of sign. Minus into plus, minus, minus into minus plus, and minus into plus minus. Now let's see if we can cancel something here. X to the power 4, obviously we wanted to cancel that out, and since the quantities are equal but opposite in sign, that can be cancelled out. Now next we need to operate rest of the things. As you can see, minus 6x cube, now with change of sign, plus 4x cube is there. That means minus plus minus, 6 is the bigger quantity, that means minus sign will carry on. 6 minus 4 will give us 2. That is, we will get minus 2x cube as the first term in the next step. On to the next side, minus minus will plus, 26 plus 1 will give us 27x square, and rest of the thing will come down as it is. So we will get minus 2x cube minus 27x square plus 138x minus 35 in the next step. Now in this particular step, the quantity that is there with the highest power is minus 2x cube. So we need to cancel that out now. So now we need to figure out x square into which quantity will give us minus 2x cube. Note, minus sign is also there, and since x square is positive in sign, minus sign should be derived from the quantity that we are putting up in the quotient side. So x square into minus 2x will give us minus 2x cube. So we got x square into minus 2x equals to minus 2x cube. The other two quantities are there, minus 4x and 1. So we need to multiply them as well with minus 2x, which we have inserted in the quotient side. Minus 4x into minus 2x will give us 8x square, and 1 into minus 2x will give us minus 2x. Minus 4x into minus 2x equals to 8x square, and 1 into minus 2x equals to minus 2x. Minus 2x is the quantity that we have inserted in the quotient side. So now we will put those terms accordingly here. Now subtraction, change of sign. Now see, minus 2x cube and plus 2x cube, they are equal and opposite. That means we can cancel them out. Now let's operate the rest of the things. Minus 27 minus 8. That means minus minus means plus. 27 plus 8 will give us 35, minus 35x square. Next up, 138 plus 2. That means 140 plus 140x minus 35 is the thing that we will get in the next step. Now the quantity that is left with the highest power is minus 35x square. So we need to cancel out minus 35x square. See, x square into minus 35 will give us minus 35x square. So the quantity that will insert in the quotient side will be minus 35x square. Also, minus 4x into minus 35 will give us 140x, and 1 into minus 35 will give us minus 35. Let's put the quantities here now, like this. We had got minus 35x square plus 140x minus 35. Now subtraction, that is change of sign. So as you can see, all the quantities that are left now are equal and opposite in nature. So we can cancel them out like this. So the thing that we will get will be 0. The remainder will be 0. So our division has concluded, and we can say Px equals to x square minus 4x plus 1 into x square minus 2x minus 35, product of two quadratic equations. Remember, the first quadratic equation we had derived from the zeros that were given to us, and the next quadratic equation will give us the remaining two zeros which we need to conclude the answer. Now we will factorize this equation in order to get the remaining two zeros. The coefficient of x square here is 1 and the constant term is minus 35. So the product will be 1 into minus 35, that is minus 35. So now we need to find two factors of 35 such that we can get the middle term minus 2x. So we can do x square minus 7x plus 5x minus 35, wherein we have splitted the middle term as minus 7x plus 5x, as minus 7x plus 5x will give us the middle term minus 2, and their product will also result in minus 35. Now we will take common from the two groups, the first two terms in the first group and the last two terms in the second group. So we will get something like this: x into x minus 7 plus 5x minus 7. Now, since x minus 7 is common, we can take that out and put it in one bracket and x plus 5 in the other bracket. Since their product is equating to 0, that means one of them must be 0. Or we can say x minus 7 is 0 or x plus 5 is 0. So on equating them, we will get x equals to 7 on shifting minus 7 to the other side, and x equals to minus 5 on shifting plus 5 to the other side. So now we have got the other two zeros as x equals to 7 and x equals to minus 5. Hence the two zeros of px are, the other two zeros of px are 7 and minus 5. You can also refer to the video where I have shown how you can factorize quadratic equation quickly. Now let's watch part 4 to complete the series.